Scribbling away vigorously, I mustered the remnants of strength in my body as I focused entirely on my very last practice paper. There was a pin-drop silence with the slight exception of the sound of pages being flipped, interrupting the silence that spread across the library. The smell of old books filled my nostrils as I stayed laser-focused on my work. Just at this moment, a teenage boy of medium height and build swaggered into the library. Donned in a sapphire blue singlet and a pair of Bermudas, the proud young man collapsed on the first chair he could find. Just then, the sound of a wrapper crinkling filled my ears, and the smell of the old pages dispersed, now replaced by the aroma of what seemed to be a burger. Furrowing my eyebrows, I glanced up from my book as I thought, why is someone eating food in the library? Stealthily, he had taken the aromatic burger out of his pocket and unwrapped it. As I was completely famished, it seemed as though a light from heaven shone over the burger. The burger contained thinly sliced pieces of ham with a bunch of lettuce shoved in the center. The teenager stared at the lettuce in disgust. He probably abhorred it as much as it disliked him. Without a second thought, he picked at those few pieces of lettuce and flung them off. The pieces of lettuce were strewn across the floor. Once the burger only contained the ingredients that the teenager desired, he munched loudly, completely nonchalant about the mess he had created during the process. Pressing my lips in a thin line, trying to mask my annoyance, I admonished the unruly teenager in my head. How can somebody be so blatantly disrespectful of rules? He's annoying everyone in the library. Other library users shot dagger eyes at the teenager as they shook their heads in disapproval. However, the teenager just continued enjoying his meal and completely ignored their reactions. After what seemed like an eternity of distractions, I felt peace when the inconsiderate teenager finally left the library. However, what was truly horrific was the mess he had left behind. There were sauces splattered all over the table and sticky cheese adhered to the chair. A cleaner strode over and groaned in frustration at the horrific mess. He hobbled over to the pantry to retrieve a trash bag and painstakingly dumped all of the leftover rubbish into it. The other library users and I shared disgruntled looks as we shook our heads in disdain. Not only did the teenager mar our experience in the library, he had also inconvenienced the cleaner to clean up after his mess. We were incredulous at how inconsiderate the teenager was, and hoped that something like that would not happen again.